Dear students, we need different types of nutrients for the growth. In the same way, plants also require different types of nutrients for their proper growth. The soil supplies these nutrients to the crop plants. The roots of the plants absorb the nutrients from the soil. But the continuous cultivation of the crop plants in the field makes the field poorer in certain nutrients. That means the continuous cultivation of the crops results in the reduction of nutrients in the field. Therefore, farmers have to add the nutrients for the healthy growth of the crop plants in the field in the form of manure and fertilizer. This process is called manuring. This is the third activity of the agricultural practices, adding manure and fertilizer. Now let us study more about manure and fertilizer. First one is manure. Manure is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of plant and animal waste like cattle dung, human excreta, plant residues, etc. from the fields. Example of manures are compost and vermicompost. Farmers dump plant and animal waste in pits in open place in the field and allows it to decompose. Different microbes present in the soil increases the decomposition process. This decomposed matter is the compost. Compost is an example of a manure. In some cases, redworms are also used for increasing the decomposition process. This is called vermicompost. Another point about the manure is that it provides a lot of humus to the soil. Since manure is produced by the decomposition of plant and animal matter, manure contains a lot of humus. Another point is that manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. Manure contains all the nutrients essential for plant growth but in less quantities. So, we have to add more amount of manure for the proper growth of the plants. Then manure is a natural substance obtained by the decomposition of plant and animal residues. Manure can be prepared in the fields. It provides a lot of humus to the soil and manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. All nutrients are present but the amount of the nutrients in the manure is very less. Examples of manures are compost and vermicompost. Next is the fertilizer. Fertilizers are chemical substances prepared in the factories. Some examples are urea, ammonium sulfate, superphosphate, potash, NPK, etc. Since these fertilizers are inorganic materials, it does not provide any humus content to the soil. Fertilizers are nutrient specific and are rich in plant nutrients. For example, the fertilizer superphosphate. Superphosphate is a fertilizer and it contains only phosphorus content but it is in large quantity. That is nutrient specific. Only one nutrient is present, one or two nutrient is present in the fertilizer but it is in large quantity. Now we will study the disadvantages of fertilizers. The fertilizers change the composition of the soil and thereby change the quality of the soil. That is, the excessive use of fertilizers has made the soil less fertile. Second disadvantage is that it becomes a source of water pollution. The water from the agricultural fields which contain these chemical substances will contaminate water bodies and cause water pollution. These are the two disadvantages of fertilizers. First one, excessive use of fertilizers has made the soil less fertile and it becomes a source of water pollution. Now you have learned how to increase the fertility of the soil by adding manure and fertilizer. In addition to this method, some natural methods are also there for increasing the fertility of the soil. The first method of replenishing the soil nutrients is leaving the field fallow. Allowing the field to remain free of crops for one or more seasons. It allows the field to regain nutrients. In the first one, we can see the field full of crop plants. In the second diagram, the field in the fallow condition. This regained the nutrients. The second natural method of replenishing the soil nutrient is crop rotation. This can be done by growing different crops alternatively. One crop in one season and the other in the next season. For example, leguminous plants like pea plants are grown in one season and in the next season any other crops like rice, wheat, etc. Do you know why the leguminous plants are using for crop rotation? Roots of the leguminous plants have root nodules. These are the root nodules. These root nodules means it is the site of rhizobium bacteria. These bacteria convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrogenous compounds in the soil. In this way, these plants increase the nitrogen content in the soil. That's about the crop rotation. Now you have learned the manure and fertilizer and also the differences between the manures and the fertilizers. Go through the videos many times. Read the textbook well. Thank you.